Hello, guys. How's it going, everyone? Welcome to episode 8 of Between the Taco podcast over here. Listen, I know it's been a while, but here we are. We're here to have a guest, and I didn't even ask your name. Shit. Is it still the same as me, as your Discord, or no?
I'm just gonna go by Mad D, man.
Matt D? Alright. So, here with a special guest, Matt D over here. Um, Check us out on YouTube, Ultramat Taco, on all social media platforms. Um, Mandy, please, before we start, please promote anything you want. Anything, just put it all in, plug it in.
Yeah, for sure, man. So I got YouTube. I got Twitch. I just started. I only got 5 followers on that Twitch. So please,
Well, yeah, we're about to change that. Yeah, we're about to change
if you like
that.
EDM music, if you like EDM, you just like music. You know,
Yeah.
join my Twitch. We're gonna have a lot of fun. We already have. So my Twitch you can find at twitch.tv/mad2_DEE. So that's mad2_DEE, and then my YouTube page is just Mad D.
Okay, that's not bad. Simple enough. But yes, please, guys,
I,
follow
I,
him. Sorry, what was that?
No, I was just saying I got like 175 subscribers last year, so I don't really put effort into
Right.
more than trying to. But
Right. And so please follow him, show him some love and shit. And listen, EDM music, come on. I mean, come on. I mean, I love EDM music. You guys hear me play some like electronic, EDM music, sometimes rock and metal, but come on. EDM. Freaking just vibe out, you know what I'm saying? Freaking just drink, get to know people and just hang out and chill, whatever. Hell yeah.
and
And
like just to clarify, it's not just straight EDM. I'll mix just about anything. I've mixed a couple metal songs in my last few mixes. I've thrown like some classic rock, like Blink 182, Offspring, uh, like some rap. You know, of course everybody does a rap, but even thrown in a couple country songs there, here and there. So
no shit,
you
really?
know, you don't know what you're getting. So yeah,
Oh, what the
yeah.
fuck? No, I mean, it only came in like one time that the whole time that I was able to join and join your Twitch stream was that one day when I was like, I said I'm gonna lurk and shit, I'm gonna listen to you, but I also do my own thing at the same time. So I was like,
Yeah, I saw
yeah,
that. Yeah.
yeah, and I was like, fuck. It's like there's only one time I actually get the chance and shit. But I mean, hopefully next other time I'll be able to stay a little bit longer and shit instead of just like in chat or whatever.
Yeah, I
You
was so
know.
happy to see you there. I really was. It was like my second stream ever, so I was just like, "Yo, Taco fucking join!" Like, hell yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. I always thought you already had your Twitch streaming. You've been going on streaming for like days on, months on end and shit. I thought you had like you know what I'm saying? Like I thought you've been like streaming for like I don't know how long, and I'm like, fuck, dude.
Oh no, I literally just started it like last week. So
Last oh shit, hey, you know what I'm saying? First started, we're here to in this community. We're here to help. The small streamers, the small YouTubers, whatever and shit. This is all about social love and whatnot. Help each other grow and whatnot because it is difficult and it's not easy. You know what I'm saying? You always gotta stick up for each other
mm-hmm.
and shit.
For sure, man. For
So,
sure.
for first person myself and generally, I do not know you personally that well. So every question I ask, all these answers, I'm hearing for the first time because just guys, everybody heads up. This is my first time actually get to know personally more about this motherfucker. And we're already cool
Yes,
as
sir.
is. Like we're already cool as is and shit. I go talk in the Discord that we're both in and shit with the what was it with Jay Green and shit.
Yeah.
I remember and
Yeah, for
shit.
sure, man.
But anyways, um, like I said, can I ask some personal questions? You don't have to answer them. You don't want to. But how old are you right now?
I turned 25 next month. So
Hey, no disrespect, bro, but you look older.
yeah, a lot of people say that. It's the cigarettes.
The cigarettes, bro. Bro, not me, bro. Fucking, I get the same thing too, but at the same time, it's like you like your beard, your beard, your mustache and shit, your hair. I mean, if you get yourself a nice, they see me with my haircut and trim, they're like, you look like you're fucking 18 or 17 and shit. You know what I'm saying? Versus you having
Man, we
your
ain't trying to be all baby faced out here.
That's the thing, like
Got that COVID beard.
COVID beer shit. I love my COVID beer and shit. Like honestly, I like it. I really hate to get like a full haircut. All I want is a trim. Like I'll do trims and that's it. I don't like to go deep where they just cut the whole fucking thing or whatever and shit. And I'm left off feeling
Oh yeah,
naked
yeah.
as like a motherfucker and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like
Facts,
that
facts.
before. Like I feel naked. It feels so weird and shit at the same time, and it's like I don't like it. It's like I don't like it. But this
Yeah,
shit.
actually, for like the last what is 5, 6 years, I've been cutting my own hair. I
Mm,
do an all right job. I just do it because it's free, you know.
well, yeah, yeah. There you go. Fucking go to Manscaped and shit. Go order some Manscaped and shit. This is where you can get your razor shit or whatever. Not sponsored, by the way. Not sponsored. But I wish we were sponsored. That would have been nice.
One day,
One
one
day.
day.
One day I'll get sponsored. And if I get sponsored, honestly, the way I've been talking to shit, I bet it's gonna be some porno shit or
Oh
whatever.
yeah, it's
They'll
gonna be
be
for like
like,
Trojan girls.
yeah, they'll be like, oh, here, you want some lube, bro? Because I seen the way you talk. It looks like you fucking lonely ass need some lube or some shit with your fucking pocket pussy over here. Fucking you sad piece of shit. God damn it.
Oh man, I think a good sponsor to have for you personally would probably be Four Loco. They would see noticeable numbers increasing from if you sponsored them. I know it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And then
Be good for both parties involved.
right, exactly. Just both of them. Jeez, that'd be fucking wild. But damn, I could see
See,
that happening.
I'm actually drinking a Four Loco right now because we were coming up today. So it's a electric lemonade.
Those are fucking good. I had like a couple of
All right.
those. My brother was like, "You need to try these. It tastes like lemonade." And I was like, "I'm like, all right, hold up, hold up. I'm gonna go buy one real quick." I went to go buy one. I went to Chalet and shit, bought one real quick. And next thing you know, I'm like,
Mhm.
"Huh, doesn't taste bitter at all. It actually tastes like freaking lemonade and shit." You don't find a whole
It
bunch
does.
of the most of the Four Locos that I like. Me personally, is the lemonade
Mhm.
and the which one was the other one? The watermelon's okay to an extent. The peach is okay to
The
an
gold's
extent.
not bad to be honest.
The gold, I tried the gold. That was okay. That was actually okay. I actually
Yeah,
like that
they
one
don't really
too.
do anything. That's why I like it.
What was the other one? Blue Raz or some shit? Or blue something like
Yeah,
that?
that was a little too strong for me.
Really?
It's too like tangy. I don't know. I can't describe it. Like
Hmm.
it's just really sweet. You know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, I'll
Freaking.
try it.
Right, yeah. Dude. And this, oh, you should definitely try Steel Reserves. I don't know if you had Steel Reserves before. The blue and the
Yes, Steel Reserve and what's this other one? Old English.
yeah, 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 Old English or whatever. Freaking, there's these
Yeah,
the tall boys and shit. I don't know if you had the tall boys before.
I had the 40s for them.
Really?
Yeah, they sell Steel Reserve 40s where I'm at, and they're actually 42s because they come with the 2 extra ounces, so they're 42 ounces.
What the fuck?
Not cheap, like $2.
Exactly $2 versus a Ford Loco is like $3, but you can still go buy still reserves and shit and still get like fucked up. Well, it depends on how much you
My
drink.
friend, have I told you what a sidewalk slammer is?
But what is?
You know what that is? A sidewalk slammer.
Uh-uh.
A sidewalk slammer is when you buy a 40 of beer and a Four Loco,
Mm-hmm.
and you drink half the 40, and then you put the Four Loco in the 40, and you finish that. And they call it a sidewalk slammer because by the end of the night, your face is on the fucking sidewalk. So
No fucking way. Really? No, I'm not doing that. Fuck that. I'm not doing that.
I've done it, and like I kind of like it. Like, people are probably horrified right now. They're just like, what is guy like mixing beer with Four Locos?
Right, exactly. You guys are trying to get fucking molested out there or some shit. Fucking have a hobo come up behind you and shit and fuck you while you're passed out and shit. I goddamn
Oh gosh.
imagine that shit. Fucking Bill Cosby at it again. Swear to God.
Yeah, Bill Cosby, he doesn't even need the pills with sidewalk slammers. So
Yeah, exactly. You just be just coming down the sidewalks and just finding people all freaking butt naked and shit. Like, all right, here we go. Zappity boop bop. Here we go.
he knows exactly what time to roll by on Main Street. Find all them fucking people passed out on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Main Street, or you just go outside of any local 7-Eleven gas station.
That's,
You'll find 2 or 3 people passed out.
oh, that's messed up. That is messed up. Holy shit. Damn. But speaking of which, where were you? What year were you born, and where were you born? Did it?
I was born in the great year of 1997, the same year that the manga One Piece started, and I was born in Greenville, North Carolina, where I reside today.
There you go, Carolina lovers. Here we go. We have a Carolina person right here. Freaking oh
Mm-hmm.
shit, that's right. You're 25 and shit. So you're a year older than me. Because I was
Yeah, I
born.
turned. I'm practically we're the same age right now. I turned 25 next month in like 3 weeks.
Oh yeah. In 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, yeah. We're like right now. We're like the same age. Yeah, because I just turned 24 actually, like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
Oh, that's hype.
Yeah, dude. Holy shit, that's fucking wild. That's
Yeah, man.
literally like a whole year difference right there, almost.
Mm-hmm.
But damn, you got your
Like
birth.
10, 11 months.
Yeah, roughly around there. So almost a whole, yeah, that's almost like basically almost a whole fucking year right there. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
But also what can you tell us about yourself? That what are your like your hobbies besides streaming and stuff? We get some hobbies, good hobbies and shit.
Hobbies. Mixing was my hobby before I started streaming. Just mixing video games. I fell in love with VR like in the beginning of COVID. I got a Quest One. Drove 2 hours to buy it. I bought it with my stimulus check, and it was so fucking worth it. Like it was beautiful. Just getting into the
Right.
scene. But honestly, I just be working a lot. If I'm not working, like I will draw up stuff like 3D print, like in SolidWorks
Uh,
or like right now I'm kind of working on some side projects where like I have a 3D scanner I borrowed from work,
mm-hmm.
and, I can scan literally whatever I want. I can scan myself if I wanted to, and, and get a point cloud
Uh-huh.
into one of these CAD software,
Yeah.
and then you can manipulate it from there, and you can like 3D print it. You can like um, export it as like a different type of file, like that could be pasted on something. You can do virtually anything with it. So like that's had my attention now for the last few months. Yes, that and weed.
That and we. There you go. Hey, that's better than me and shit. Work, jerk off, and then fucking stream and shit. That's better than me. Fucking, I'll be freaking jerking off shit, butt naked and shit in the bathroom and whatnot. You know what I'm
Yeah, man. The
saying?
vibe.
That's the whole vibe and shit. I don't have to be drunk to do that shit or high for that shit.
Oh, it is a lot better when you're fucked up though.
Oh, it is. And shit, fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like how it feels to chew vodka and stimulate your senses and just fucking jerking off. Shit.
Well, there have been times where like I've been like just fucked up, right? And I'm horny, like none of my hoes are hitting back, so like I gotta fucking jerk it like right now. And like I'll start, I'll watch porn on my phone because I don't watch on the computer. Just one
Uh-huh.
handed is the way to go for me personally. It's worked for me, and I'll just sit there and like get distracted fuck on my phone because I'm fucked up, and
Yeah.
I'll just be holding my dick the entire time. Next thing you know, when I'm actually ready, it's like I'm lost.
That's the shit right there. That's the shit. You'd be like fucking the next thing you know, be like, oh shit, he's got all over my fucking keyboard and shit. What the fuck?
Yeah, thanks. Thanks.
Like,
Oh my gosh, you know what? Because you're a cool guy and I want some followers, I'm gonna tell you a story. I maybe told one other person.
oh shit.
This is when I was like 11 or 12. The private school I went to at the time, we required
Mm-hmm.
starting middle school MacBooks. So I just gotten like the generation of MacBooks that was the metal with the black screens. It was the first generation I got one of those, 13-inch.
Yeah.
And I'm a 12-year-old, so you can guess what I'm doing up there. Just being a head ass, looking
Yeah.
for porn
Yeah.
and shit.
Yeah.
And like,
Exactly.
at this time, I had been watching porn for maybe about like maybe a little less than a year, but I had never figured out how to ejaculate. Never figured that out. I was just
What?
like,
Never.
but nothing's happening. That's when I decided. It was like literally like a Jimmy Neutron brain blast, right? Where I was just like, if I'm gonna do this, it's gotta feel like a vagina. So I need to get wet. And sure enough, I got wet, and I was just like, what is happening? Like my world is like opening up right now. And
What the?
I'm fucking going ham. I'm beating that shit like it owes me money. And I'm like, dude, is this what it feels like to come? Like, am I about to come? I'm about to come. And I'm just excited, right? Super excited, super nervous, just full of emotions. And I proceed to take a piss on my laptop.
Oh, you missed that piss on your lap. I bet you were freaking like this shit coming out white. This shit's supposed to be white, right? This ain't coming out white. It's coming out fucking yellow.
Oh, my initial thought was, God damn it, because like first off, I started, so like just stop at that point. Take some serious talent.
Right.
So I just
Yeah.
fucking whipped it away from the laptop. I actually
Oh,
did damage the trackpad permanently. The trackpad got damaged permanently. I had to use an external
bro.
mouse for like 3 years with that thing.
No, you did. Oh, jeez. Holy shit. Fuck, imagine
Head ass
that
story
shit.
right there.
Freaking,
Yeah,
that's
man. Never
fucking
done that
crazy.
again.
I hope not.
Imagine doing that when you're like 20 something, and you're back at your place with a girl, and you're like, oh babe, gotta come. Like, oh yeah,
Oh,
catch it.
shit,
Yeah.
right.
Just fucking everywhere.
Right, exactly. She'd be all like, all freaking out. She's like, you say you're about to come, not piss. It's like, this
See,
is.
like in 2022, there's a 40% chance they're okay with that.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. There's freaking a whole bunch of freaking videos out there and shit. Girls lately getting all freaky dicky and shit. They're like getting pissed on or shit or whatever. And it's like, what the fuck? What happened to like back in the old days and shit where we just fucking stick it in two holes and shit and then just call it even and shit. Now we're pissing on each other, coming at each other, freaking putting in our ears and shit. You fucking name it. Holy shit.
Hey man,
So
that earplays where it's at.
I mean, you do you. That's all I gotta say. You do you. You know what I'm saying?
I don't mean like I'm out there sticking my dick in girls' ears.
right.
But like, it's like I'm talking about like when they start nibbling on it.
Oh.
You get like all that audio.
Yeah.
That audio feedback of just them just like that shit. Ooh.
Like ASMR type shit.
Yeah, exactly. It is your own personal ASMR. That's exactly what.
There you go. Exactly. That's what it is. Shit. I'm just saying though. I'm just saying. Everyone's personal preference, and then everyone just do them or whatever. Don't add me to it because there's some things that, I'm like, I mean, I will probably not be into, but maybe, you know what I'm saying? If you just get me a little fucked up, maybe I'll just join in a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Just get me like,
Yeah, man.
But yeah, that's how it'd be like and shit. So what exactly got you started on Twitch streaming? What just out of nowhere got you started Twitch streaming?
Well, so if we really want to say how I got started, we gotta go to the beginning, right? So I started mixing like in 2017, and I was mixing at Virginia Tech for parties and stuff like that, and like I was throwing in EDM, and nobody was doing that at the time. Everybody was just mixing like party music, same 20 songs everybody hears,
right,
for like the last 20 years, and my friend had let me borrow his board, and it was a Pioneer DJ SR, which is like a $750 board. Just
$750.
crazy amount of $750 for this board.
Jesus.
Yeah, and he was gonna sell it to me for $200, but this is back when I first discovered what depression was and like mental illness. So like I was not I was not in a place to buy a board then. I just didn't care about anything.
Right.
And I took like after about like 6 months of mixing, I took like maybe like a year or 2 year break from mixing, and then I was just like, I want to mix again. I want to mix again. So I got virtual DJ again on my lap, and I just started mixing again with a keyboard and mouse. Did that for a while, and then finally a couple weeks ago, I got a board on Facebook. One of my friends helped me get it.
Right.
Shout out Op of the Goat, you're a homie. And I love this board. It does exactly what I need to. Like, it has all the functions that I need. It's like a $300 board from Newmark. It's a beautiful board, and it's helped me fall back in love with mixing music, because like I've been mixing music consistently for like at least like 8 months now. My SoundCloud is like maxed out. My free SoundCloud is maxed out with music. I've got like I made probably about like 8 different mixes that range from 25 to 35 mixes, 35 minutes, just the last 8 months. So I was just like, if I really want to take this to the next level, like I'm not trying to DJ parties, because when I DJ parties, I can't play what I want to play. But Twitch, like, I can play whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah,
I'm like,
exactly.
What are they gonna do? So, which I'm learning you can't, because copyright issues.
Yeah, exactly. Freaking copyright. So did you see that you feel like you made some progress throughout the whole, time you've been, doing all that work and shit?
So much progress. Yeah, so much progress. Like this is how like I relieve stress, and like I process my emotions. I mix music. Like I literally drive I got an hour for lunch every day. I'll drive 15 minutes home, like 7 miles home, mix for like 20, 15 minutes, however long I got before I got to drive back to make it back on time. Like I've really fallen back in love with it. It's kind of revibrated my love for music because like
Mhm.
I started out playing the violin like what like 3, 4 years old. Didn't like that. Did piano. Finally started out on cello. I like cello, and I moved to an upright bass. I
Oh
really liked
shit.
that. And then I moved to an electric bass, which I taught myself how to play electric bass when I
Mhm.
was 12 or 13 because
Right.
my music teacher was just like, "Yo, you realize like electric bass is the exact same as like upright bass. Notes are the same, it's just an octave higher. You could definitely do that like in a jazz band or something." So music's always been a huge part of my life.
Well, shit. I mean, hell, I mean, do you chance by chance have like have a tattoo or thought about getting a tattoo that symbolizes music?
Um, Never actually thought of it. No, no, I don't have any tattoos at all.
And honestly, I can relate to that because, well, granted, I'm not like I play music at all whatsoever. But I
Mhm.
mean, when I listen to music, it's just music hits different. You know, it lets out that emotion that you have, whether it be sad, depressing, anger, or happiness. You know, music. I feel like I had a more deeper connection with music because that's the one thing I would always go to if towards something if I was feeling something like I was feeling weird or whatever and shit.
Mhm.
And I wasn't like that was like a really one of those like lonely ass kids, if if you will, freaking like
Yeah.
I wasn't outgoing at all. Like I made some couple of friends, but I wasn't like hey, what's up everybody, just like getting to know a whole bunch of people. It's just more of a I kept to myself basically. Yeah, I kept to
Right.
myself and shit. And so, music for me was I feel like was always there for me in my down times and my good times and whatever shit. So,
For
and
sure, man. For
um,
sure.
and for you, and it's like I see that you're like you did all this music and you played all these musicians and stuff, instruments and whatnot, and it's like, and it's wild because like you put the effort, you put the work in, and then it's like you kept on growing, you know what I'm saying? You kept on growing more and more and more and shit. And that's pretty cool,
Yep.
man. That's pretty fucking nice. Because I mean,
I appreciate that.
I mean a lot of people who, who like, put out their effort and show their love into a certain thing and then just throw it out there for all people to listen to. And at times like this it's kind of tough, but Twitch streaming and YouTube, I mean, main platforms like those are like the best way to go and shit. And that's pretty
Oh
wild.
yeah, yeah. It's like creativity is like a muscle that everybody has to work
Mm-hmm.
out in order
Mm-hmm.
to really keep it in good shape. You
Yeah,
know, so like, and the thing about creativity is like most people aren't creative at all. Like, in the sense that like how many like songs have people written, or like how many like plays have they written, or movies they filmed. These are stuff that the creatives like to do, and that's
yeah,
what we're starting to see like emerge from society nowadays. It's because the whole like idea of like fluid identity, like to be creative is to be fluid because you're like being creative is going against the grain, is change, something
right,
different. And like for example, like a stagnant person who's pretty, I don't know, like pretty set in their expressions. And when I say their expressions, I mean how they really show their emotions. Because there's more ways to show emotions as talking or like with a facial expression.
right,
You can show your emotion musical expression. You can show emotions through aesthetic expressions like painting, drawing. So like I think that's why we're starting. It's a big reason. It's not the only reason. It's a big reason why we're starting to see so many people get so like in their heads, get so anxious, so depressed. It's like like you gotta get the focus off of yourself and like
yeah,
focus on actually creating something.
right,
And like it does wonders for your growth. It does wonders for like your morale, your self confidence. Like music has kept me on track. You know, when I was going off track in life, I could always point back to the music I was listening to,
mm-hmm.
and that's a big reason why I got into EDM because I'm like, this music, half of it didn't even have lyrics. It's just sounds,
Yeah,
and then the other half that do have lyrics, like yeah, they're cliche, Like, don't get me wrong. Like, it's all some girl
Right.
singing about how her boyfriend left her or some shit like that, and she can never love again.
Yeah.
They're just super emotional. Like, but like, it's like taking such a heavy focus off of like what we hear in like the majority of music nowadays, which is
Mhm.
like rap is really taking a turn. I'll say that in the sense that there's less stories being told and more just it's more of the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't even have to go on that. And like rock was a good way that that music was still telling stories, not just through the lyrics, but through like the sounds, because the instruments are being manipulated right there physically by those people, and
Yeah.
they change with every set. And rock, unfortunately, has kind of died, but is still alive through anime. I'm convinced of that
Anime? Well,
because
shit.
there's still anime. A lot of anime openers are rock songs, but like anime is keeping rock relevant right
Yeah, yeah, and then there's even they even create their own music and shit. Like, I've heard a couple of rock artists or whatever and shit, and they're pretty good. They're actually pretty badass. But yeah,
now. Yeah,
I can
for
see
sure.
that. I can see that though. Because you do
'Cause
get
I was just saying that because like anime is really coming up in the last few years. Like
oh
it's been
yeah.
around, but nobody fucking cared about it until very recently. But
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Right, because of the music, the intro, and then the outro and shit, and then also the
mhm.
anime itself. That people that are creating the more anime, like a variety of anime out there and shit. People are just going crazy. They're going wild. All you hear is more people simping over this person or simping over this person. You know what I'm saying? Freaking it's
Yeah,
because back then it was like looked frowned upon. It was looked down upon. It was like people still it's rare, but people still think anime is like more of a kids type deal, kind of type shit. And it's like
for sure.
not
There's still people out there like that. Yeah.
yeah, and it's like not necessarily for like kids. It's not really, it's more like an all audience. It just depends on what you watch and what you want to watch. And but at the same time, I mean, it's an all audience. You know what I'm saying? Freaking doesn't have an age group or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Where it's labeled that anyone can watch it. You know what I'm saying? Even a freaking
Those are
70-year-old could watch it. You know?
those are the kind of people that are like the non-creatives in the world because they're so uncreative they can't even see creativity in anime is so good because not because of like the it's so many factors that play in anime that make this medium of media so special
Yeah.
in the sense that like the art styles all vary. They're similar but they vary for each show, or movie that you watch. And like the music, like everybody's got the openers with like the super like emotional scenes at the beginning showing off all the characters and stuff like that. And then when you actually break it down to the show itself,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of animes are slow burn. Like in the sense that like it takes a while for them to kick off. And like but like once it gets going, it's like you're in the heat of the shit.
Yeah.
Like it's unlike any other forms of media I've ever watched. Everything is so structured in the sense that like TV shows that show on TV
Yeah.
aren't animated. Live action shows are always 30 minutes or an hour. Movies are always 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
So like this that they're limited by that structure. But anime is like what? Let's have 1,000 fucking episodes
Right.
because why the fuck
Exactly.
not? We do
Yeah.
it. So like yeah,
And then I always keep it wild too, and also because there's just like the art and everything, whatever. But like anime can always continue. Like we have so many examples that that have done that and rare shit. Like Dragon Ball, how many freaking seasons and out there and shit. Let's see. What's another one? One Piece is another good example. Fairy Tail is another good example. And there's some anime that's so underrated and shit that we overlook some of the anime that actually has like a full true potential or whatever. Naruto is another good
yeah,
example
man.
as well.
Bleach is coming back too, so that's gonna be pretty hype. That's next anime I'm gonna watch after I get caught up on One Piece, which is only like 20 episodes behind.
On One Piece,
I started One Piece in November of 2020, and yeah, I'm
Jesus.
on episode like 1026 or 27 or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, my one of my supervisor from work. He's like, "Are you gonna go watch it? Are you gonna go watch it and shit?" Some are already caught up and shit. Like, and I'm like, dude, like, there's like 100,000 whatever episodes on that fucking, you know, of One Piece. Like, I am not gonna watch all that fucking shit. Start from the beginning and try to
Yeah.
reach all the way to the end and shit. Fuck that. Freaking, I can't binge watch like I used to back then. Right now, I guess
Oh no,
some.
you can't. I don't binge watch that show ever. I binge watch that show in a year and a half. Like I will watch 2, 3 episodes and then turn it off. Like because you're gonna die if you try
Yeah,
to binge watch
yeah,
a thousand
exactly.
episodes. You will. So you can't go in with that binge mentality. Like for me, I guess it's different because like One Piece was the last show I ever watched on Netflix, and then this was 2 years ago. I haven't watched Netflix in 2 years, and now I have a Funimation account, and all I watch is One Piece. You know, I've seen Dragon Ball, and like I will keep up with My Hero, but like I don't watch it like I watch One Piece. One Piece, I don't watch TV
Mm-hmm.
really. Um, if anything, like I might watch like 2 or 3 MLB baseball games a week,
Mm-hmm.
and then like maybe like 4 to 5 One Piece episodes a week.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. So
And have your parents been supportive on what you've been doing so far? Like, have they, and you know, like from the very beginning, like when you started playing an instrument or whatever, like, has that something you've been had to work on yourself to get, or were they always here to, you know, help you out?
I mean, like for the first like I would say 6 years, I was going against my choice. I didn't want to play the violin. I didn't want to play the piano. But they took me there because they knew that it was going to benefit me later. Um, because there are studies that show that like even just playing like classical music to like babies like they're still in the womb, like it's kind of jump starts like their cognitive processes and how
Yeah.
they perceive the world because they're using multiple senses.
All right.
So and like the thing about music is like that is one of the best ways we can like actually take advantage of that sense being our hearing. Everything's so focused on visuals,
Mm-hmm.
but like we have 5 senses, and like hearing might be the next big one. So like, because think about it, dude. Like, listen to EDM songs, especially. I noticed this the first time when I was on the only time I took acid when it was in 2000. It was summer 2017.
Mm-hmm.
I took acid right after the end of the semester, and I was like the music just I never heard music like that before. In terms of like for those who don't know, like what's like when you take acid, it's like you feel every emotion that you feel in that minute, at that moment, just very intensely. So like if you see a butterfly fly by you and you're sober, you're just like, oh, that's pretty, I guess. But like if you're on acid, you're just like, oh man, that's so fucking beautiful. Like you're on the verge of tears. So like, and that varies from moment to moment. Like, so that's why a lot of people have bad trips because then like one moment they're feeling good and then something freaks them out and they have a bad trip.
Right.
Um, but like with music, I never experienced anything like that. I got that feeling the first time I ever smoked weed and listened to music too. I was just like, what in the world am I doing, dude? Like these sounds are like they're alive.
Yeah.
They're
Exactly.
like
Yep.
every little like nuance in the song,
Yeah.
in the track that you're hearing, like serves a purpose. And like they're painting this beautiful picture. Whether it's a picture you can see in your head or a picture you
Or
feel in your heart, you know?
yeah.
Like,
Exactly. Yep. I know what you're talking about. I remember
yeah, man.
I remember accident. Okay, this is an accident though. I got too. I didn't get. I was like stoned. Like I was stoned. I almost got stoned out of my ass. I will say that. But I was
Mhm.
stoned though. I could almost like I was getting to the point where I could barely move and shit. That's how stoned I
Mhm.
was. But I remember just fucking laying down and shit. Put some fucking YouTube. Put on some music and shit. And just listen to the music and shit. I'm like, holy shit, this fucking shit hits different. I'm just over here, bobbing my head, shaking my head, like just fucking vibing with the music and shit. I was able to feel that the sound, the way that everything that that's in the music and shit or whatever.
Yeah, man.
And so shit hits
It comes
different.
alive.
Shit hits different
It does.
for real, and it's fucking awesome and shit, dude. It's so freaking
Sure, man.
wild, and that's why I love music so much because I feel like music is so underrated and shit. Because I mean, music has helped people here and there with you know with anxiety, with depression, or with I don't know, with what people have or whatever, and it's like and that's good.
The
Like
thing is, it helps people cope.
yeah,
No matter what they're going through, you can find something that'll help you cope. Um, I realized this for the first time when I was senior in high school. It was right before I was leaving for spring break. My grandma was in the hospital, and
hmm
long story short, she passed away. And like me and my dad were getting ready to go to Europe for spring break, and we rushed to the hospital before we went to the
hmm
airport. Missed her by like 30 seconds, right? And it broke me. It devastated me. Because I walked in there, her eyes were still fine. She literally just passed, and
what?
on the plane, I remember just feeling like I didn't know how to feel. I never dealt with a death like, that. And my grandma was like, she'd been there my entire life. She pretty much raised me, and she's got like 20 grandchildren, and like I was her favorite. Like I don't know what it was about me, but like she says that I saved her life because like she was she was about to pass away like maybe like 18 years earlier.
Yeah.
When she came to America with my parents, and she didn't do so great through the trip, and they thought she was gonna pass. They were checking on her in the night, stuff
hmm
like that. And when I was born, she took care of me and lived for another like 18 years. So like we had a special bond, and the album I listened to, I'd heard it before, but I never let it really help me the way it did that day.
Right.
Was I listened to "Man on the Moon" by Kid Cudi, that entire album on the plane, and just like there's so many songs where like he was obviously like speaking about his pain, and it helps me with my pain. And like I've had so many moments like that I can point back to where I'm like, man, I was feeling this sort of way, so I listened to this, and then I either process this or it helps me with this. Like, there's too many to count.
Right. Yeah. I can.
I mean, it gets so deep on you, man.
No,
That's
it's all
like
good.
literally like with me, like I have a super like overstimulated mind. I'm always thinking about stuff. I'm an engineer. I always got to be thinking about something, and like that's why I kind of veered away from the more conventional music that had this. You mostly listen to it for the lyrics and then maybe the beat, because like no matter what the song was, like I was
Yeah.
letting those words permeate me, and like it would affect me no matter what the song was. It would
Mm.
affect me in some sort of way. And when I started listening to EDM, I didn't have a problem.
Mm.
Just
Damn.
because yeah, if there are lyrics, there's lyrics for 45 seconds, and then there's a fucking
Right.
drop for a minute.
Yeah.
So
Exactly. And that's what I like
it's a good way to
about.
turn off your brain.
Yeah, it is, and also like more to just something to listen to and just vibe with, or whatever. Someone's doing their homework or whatever. You just don't want to there's that's the one thing about like dubstep or EDM and shit. Like
Mhm.
electronic music and shit. That's the best thing about it is because you can also use that as to pass the time while you're doing homework. So that way it makes it more for us like me. It just makes it more better that way. It makes it easier for us because like it keeps my mind going and thinking.
Exactly. Yeah, it keeps you in the moment.
Yeah,
You
and then
know.
I'm just trying to like figure things out or whatever. It's not making things boring or whatever shit. Like if I get stuck in a problem, I'm like, oh fuck this shit. I quit or whatever. I'm not just gonna. No, when I'm listening to music and shit or EDM, freaking it makes me want. Mostly EDM. It's like it makes me want to keep on going and try to solve the answer or trying to solve um
Mhm.
find the answer to the question or whatever. And that's what what's good about EDM and music in general is that you can use that as like an advantage per se. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Oh, for sure. Like I know what helped me in high school kind of get more comfortable in my skin was listening to Tyler the Creator, because here it was this rapper who's kind of he like no literally nobody understood him, and like the
Mm-hmm.
only reason I started listening to him was because I remember watching the 2013 VMAs and seeing who should get Artist of the Year, and he won it, and I was just like, first off, like who is this guy? And second
Right.
off, like he went up there and he was Tyler the Creator on the stage, so of course he made an ass out of
Right.
himself. Like, but like I was just like, who is this guy? Like, who the fuck is this guy? Why did he win Artist of the Year? So
Right.
I think he went over like Imagine Dragons or something like that. Like there
R-
was some big artists coming up the year that
yeah.
he won, and I started listening to his stuff, and like at the time, everybody knew like Yonkers by him because that was like his big song that blew up, and then
Mm-hmm.
that was right before Wolf came, the second album, and I was just listening to his music, And like the thing is, like, yeah, the mainstream songs, like they're made to be, like provocative, but like you listen to like some of his other songs, and you're just like, oh my gosh, this guy's actually like he's not afraid of how fucked up in the head he is, and like that like amount of vulnerability along with his talent, because in the same time he's totally self-made. He produces his own beats. He writes his own lyrics.
Uh-huh.
Like, yeah, of course he's got his bullshit songs that are stupid, but like he's got some really heavy hitting songs in there too. And like, a lot of songs are about like how he never met his dad. And like, what do you even say if he did? It's a great song called Answer.
Uh-huh.
Um, and then like there's songs about where he's had like crushes that have turned just dark because he's like a perverse person in general, and that's something you don't hear in music. Like, I'm not saying like that's a healthy thing to do, but like
Right.
I
Yeah.
heard it.
Right.
So him telling his own story, I think as long as people are telling their own stories and like really just being themselves, being vulnerable, then it'll work. That's what made freaking I can't remember her name. That chick from the '90s, so great. Not Shania Twain. Um,
Uh,
other one, I can't remember her name. She was huge back then though. Uh, Elena Morissette. Yeah,
Elena.
it's Elena Morissette. She was huge in the '90s, and it's because she was really vulnerable in her music.
Huh.
Like, to the point where other women like weren't that open about
Right.
talking music. Women in music nowadays, they don't give a fuck. They'll tell you anything, especially
Yeah.
the women rappers. Women rappers would be like, "Oh, he ate my ass," like,
Hey, my
that
ass.
was like, yeah, I heard that back then.
And I shit his face. I'm like, what the fuck? Let me talk about the stupidest shit ever, bro.
Yeah, facts. Like,
Bro.
there's
Oh,
the one Elena Morissette song. It was like her biggest song, and I'm killing myself. I don't even remember it. Um, if you know it in the chat or something, let me know. But like, she literally talks about like how like this guy broke up with her another girl, and she's just like, "I gave you my everything. Like, I sucked your dick in a movie theater." Like, that was so unheard of for the '90s.
like I gave you fucking roadhead, the fuck, and you treat me like this. What more could you want? I give you the extra fucking hole and shit. And even that wasn't enough for you. Get the fuck out of here. How many more holes do you want? Jesus Christ! You can only have so much. Shit. Fucking, I let you
Sounds like some shit my girl would say.
Right, you fucking Jesus Christ. fucking I swear to God. The 90s, yeah, that was definitely something unheard of and shit. But even like now it's just so wild. They don't yeah, they still talk about like like freaking shoving their ass on a guy's face or whatever. But they go even harder now and shit. Like no shame. No shame at all. It's like, yeah, I gotta have 5 guys fuck me and shit, whatever. At the same time, like, the fuck? It's like, well,
When I first heard WAP, I was just like,
oh
I actually had
yeah,
like a physical reaction to it. I was like, what am I listening to?
right.
Like, I was not impressed at all. And like, people are gonna hate me for saying that, but like, I was not. I'm like, this takes absolutely no talent. Like,
No, well, no
you're
talent.
sitting there talking about sex. That's it. That's it. And not even like the intimate part about sex. So the important part about sex, you're just talking about fucking. Like,
Right. And that's the
and like
thing.
some guys have done that. I'm tired of that.
Yeah, and that's the thing where I don't like is that okay, so we're allowing that, but back then and even now, it's mostly I feel like more religious people and shit, but still even back then and now, people will look at metal music and rock music as the
The
devil's
devil's music.
the devil's
Yeah.
music and shit or whatever. And then people think that we talk about worshiping Satan or 666 or freaking or all this bullshit. We're sacrificing cats and dogs or whatever. And it's like the fuck no we don't. We just talk about like freaking like life in general, how it can be so hard and freaking living life and shit. And sometimes it's not even about like living life. It's about like through like going through a heartache or whatever shit, or like a special relationship or whatever shit with somebody or whatever. Just getting the heartache or whatever. And I mean, mostly
Yeah, of course.
if you pay attention to some certain lyrics, some lyrics actually talk about depression and shit, how people feel
Oh,
with
no doubt, dude.
depression.
The thing about metal is like metal. If I could sum it up, you actually helped me sum up metal very well. If I could sum it up, it's just overwhelming emotions. That's what metal's about.
Yeah.
Like, people they have these emotions and don't know what to do with it, so they literally scream and they talk
Yeah.
about what they're going through, and it's beautiful, and it's the music of the misunderstood. That's the music I like, the music of the misunderstood people.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's what I like about it too and shit. But yeah, here we are listening to the WAP or other bullshit, what I'm saying, and then they're like, "Oh, this is good music. This is fine." But here we are letting kids say this is okay, but listen to rock or metal music is not okay. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Like, it's like it was what I don't understand. It's what I don't like. It's like, yeah, it's your child and shit, but I mean, at the same time, do they really need to know about that shit right now at the age of 5 or 7? You know what I'm saying?
yeah, actually, yeah,
Like, I mean,
not at all. Yeah, I think I get what you're saying.
yeah,
Yeah, I get what you're saying. They shouldn't be exposed to that. I'm totally with you. Like,
yeah, yeah. Later on, I mean, each to their own and shit. But at that age, they're still too
mhm,
young. You know what I'm saying? They're still too young for
yeah,
that. Like they haven't freaking
for sure.
fully developed or experienced. What they
If
go
you can't
through.
understand the lyrics, why are you listening to them?
Right? Exactly. You know what
And
I'm
a kid
saying?
and about sex and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I
and
remember being that age and hearing music like that, not understanding,
yeah, and then
not until like 5, 10 years later.
kids will repeat anything they hear and shit. You know what I'm saying? Some about some
For
girls
sure, for sure.
yelling out "wet ass pussy." What's the kid gonna say? "Wet ass pussy." Kid doesn't understand what it means, but they're still gonna say it though.
Facts, facts. That's so true.
But I mean, it's just I don't know. There's so much with anything in general. I feel like like games for example and shit. There's some like horror games. There's some violent games. So there's with too much gore and shit or whatever, and for
Mhm.
kids and whatever that should not be allowed for them to play or whatever graphic content or explicit language whatever. But at the same time, there are games that they could play whatever. That's still fine or
Yeah,
whatever. And we all have that to agree to disagree type situation, especially with music in general. Also, you'll have that,
yeah, yeah. Of course,
to agree to disagree and shit. And
of course. I was literally about to say about the track WAP. I know I just shat on it a little bit, but like I'm sure that was actually really refreshing for a lot of women to hear,
yeah,
because a lot of women that listen to women artists don't hear music like that very. So like I'm sure that was refreshing for them.
yeah, right.
To each their own.
Each to their own, yeah. But and then that going on and shit. Jeez, it's just pretty wild with music or whatever. It's just like everyone has their own likes and dislikes and whatever. And the one fucked up thing is, I feel like country music's still underrated though.
It is. It is. It's so underrated. I'm glad you said that. I'm so happy you said.
Because I listen to
Like most
country
country
music.
music, they're actually still telling stories. And stories you can sit down and point back to like the tangible things they're talking about. It's beautiful.
Yeah. And then like and some of them talk about like, back on how they were the old days and shit, like freaking who was it? There's this one song I listened to, whatever, by this artist, whatever, Same Old is the name of the song.
Yeah.
And in the song's really talking about how like back in the old days when there were when people didn't have like phones or all those like shit nowadays, whatever, computers,
Right.
laptops, all that. Kids would go outside and play and whatnot, and freaking neighbors would go out and talk to each other and shit, just vibe, drink, have a bonfire, get to know each other, make friends. Those friends become long ass time, friends or whatever, to the point where they become your brothers, basically, because for so long and shit, and
Mhm.
it's like same old thing, but at the same time, it's like life was good. Like life was good at that time and shit, because people would always like talk and conversation and socialize and shit. Versus now people
Yeah.
don't socialize for shit. You know?
No, actually, there's this misinterpretation of what an introvert and an extrovert is. So we're gonna clarify this right now. An introvert simply means that you gain energy from withdrawing from people,
Mm-hmm.
whereas an extrovert means that you gain energy from being around people. So like introverts are energized by reading or like drawing or doing something solitary.
Mm-hmm.
And when they begin talk to people. The thing about introverts is that doesn't mean they're socially awkward. They can talk to people just like an extrovert can,
Right.
very well. But it just means that over time, like maybe a couple hours, they'll be like, all right, like this is actually making me a little bit tired. Like I'm gonna go do something.
Right.
Whereas an extrovert, like me, I'm an extrovert. I'm a huge extrovert. Like if I get too alone, like if I'm alone for like 3-4 hours, I'm just like, should I just go to sleep? Like I'm so bored. I'm just draining, you know. And as soon as I get around people talking again, like I can talk for days. So like that's all that means. It doesn't mean that like being an introvert socially. It doesn't mean that you have anxiety. It doesn't mean that you're shy. It just means that talking takes energy from you.
Mm-hmm.
So like like I say that because there's a bit like so many people. I almost never hear people, at least people around our age or younger, and slightly older. I never hear them say like, "Oh yeah, like I'm an introvert, not introvert, extrovert. I'm an extrovert."
Yeah.
Like, almost like 90% of the people you talk to nowadays will be like, I'm a hardcore introvert, dude. I hate people." I'm like, that's not what introvert means. It doesn't hate people. It just means that it's draining to talk to you.
Right.
And I'm saying that to anybody who's watching this. Like, don't let that fool you into thinking that there are introverts out there, and it's probably evenly split. But like, if you knew that you were a talkative person at one point in life, and then something happened, whether it was traumatic, whether nothing happened, and life just started to set in, and because everybody goes through shit, everybody does. Like, and you kind of lose that zest and that energy. Like, don't fall into that trap of thinking that like you're like that's just who you are.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of the people that call themselves introverts and like say they hate people, they hate talking to people, they got social anxiety and stuff like that. They're longing for that connection because we're all human. We all need to be connected with each other. We all have to be.
Right.
So
Exactly.
most of my friends are introverts, though. That's the funny part.
No, I mean I feel that. I feel like let's say that's what I kind of like. I don't know. I'm kind of like right there where like I just love talking to people, but at first I'm not like really outgoing at first. You know what I'm saying? Like it takes a while for me to like show to express my like like my personality. You know what I'm saying? Because when I first get to meet person, it's like I don't know who you are. I don't know how you are. I know how I am and what
build that trust.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna like take steps, take little baby steps. There you go. Take little baby steps. I'm gonna you know what I'm saying? If you come at me like all strong and shit, like, "Hey, what's up, motherfucker?" Like, "Hey, yo, what you doing, man?" I'd be like, I'll give you the same vibe and shit. You know what I'm saying? But you're gonna give me like a small vibe, whatever shit. I'm gonna be like, I just give you a small vibe as back as well because I don't know how far or deep you can handle some shit. Because I can handle a lot of shit. I just don't seem like it.
Same here.
So it's just, I mean, when the person sees me, it's just like, I look like, at first, like, I can't handle for anything at all. I can't handle for shit. But in all reality, I can handle a whole bunch of shit. So it's weird. It's weird. It's weird. It's just weird. But it is what it is, though. And whatnot. But yeah.
This is what we look nowadays.
So what do you plans on making your future goal for Twitch streaming? Like, are you trying to like, is this gonna be like majorly like your let's see, how do I put this? Is this gonna be your major where you're gonna stream and stuff? Like, is Twitch gonna be your major like streaming platform or whatever? And you're gonna go from trying to make it big and shit to the point where, hey yo, here I am and shit, you know.
My thing is, I just wanted to start it and just see if I even liked it, just if I have fun with it. And my thing is like, there's no real goal for the pay. If I would be happy if I had 5 to 10 people that I could just talk to while I'm mixing.
Okay.
Like, I'd be very happy with that. Like, if I had like 2 people, I'd be just so happy for that because it brings extrovert out of me and like it energizes knowing that I'm talking to people like in live action while like showing on this cool display and having good music in the background. There's no real goal with it. No, if it blows up, it blows up. We'll be coolly content, you know.
Oh yeah. So all that stuff that you got did you like? You were obviously worked for it, but like, how much price range did you cost and all that, and all the items and stuff that you bought for your like Twitch stream, besides the keyboard and shit. Like,
okay, so the board was $200 used. I got it for $180. I had to drive to another town to get it. And originally it's like 300. I got a blue Yeti microphone like used a couple weeks ago with a pop filter. In total, that was about like $95, $100. I've got my little speaker that I plugged directly into my board. That was like $70, and then my laptop was about like 1,300. Camera was like 50. Light bar was like 40. Like it does add up. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But like I'm working over the summer. I'm about to graduate with an engineering degree.
No
I'm
shit.
Yeah, man. I graduate in December, and like I was looking at it today. So like I'm a technology major, which is basically just anything manufacturing. Where I can program the machines to do it, and I can 3D model. But like out of the gate, the company that I'm working for right now,
Yeah.
like if I get a job after my internship's over, I'm gonna be making like 68K. But I just for the hell of it, I was just like, if I got a master's in this, I just want to see like how long it would take and how much money I would make.
Right. Yeah.
Average salary for doing a master's in technology management, which is just learning the business side, which is the easy part, and it's only 15 credit hours. It takes on average a year and a half, like to finish. You're making 160K a year, and like I hate school. I hate what, but like if I just stay in school for a year and a half more, I can walk out with an extra $100,000 a year. I need to do that. I've been thinking about it a lot.
Well, hey, if you could you 3D print me a pocket pussy and send it to me? I'll send you my directions and shit. I'll send you my fucking, I mean, later on, I mean, at the end of the streaming show, I'll give you my address and shit. So I just don't want people, I mean, I might need two.
I'll put your engraver name on it and everything.
Yeah, fucking, you know what I'm saying? Freaking Ultraman Taco's fucking big pussy and shit, you know what I'm saying? If you can
yeah, dude, like right in the lips, right? There's gonna be like a hole that goes to the bottom. And the hole will lead to what I will call a cum collect that you just unscrew and you empty it out.
Oh, hell yeah! Hell yeah! That's smart. That's smart. I'll fucking pay for 4 of those motherfuckers and shit. Keep one for hell no. I could probably get one for every day of the week and shit. You know what I'm saying? This one's for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then you got Saturday and Sunday and shit. Freaking but I mean, hook a brother up and shit. I'm just saying,
Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
All right, we all have our needs and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Don't get me started on stuff like that. Because anytime anyone's yo, you should 3D print me this or like drop this, like my engineering brain gets going, and I'm just like, oh, well, we can do this and do this, and we can work like this.
Right.
So yeah, keep me going because I will make this.
No, I mean, I've seen people freaking actually make a business out of 3D printing. It's like, what the fuck? And it's like, what?
You're gonna like this, right? So, I got a 3D printed weed jar.
What? Oh, that's 3.
I drew it all up from scratch in SolidWorks, and it's a jar. I don't have any weed in it now, but like it says like jar 3.2 on it, because it was the third iteration that I had drawn off of the jar. And with it, I printed out extra sections. So like, here's the cool part kicks in. If you got like a lot of weed, you just screw on the extra sections and you get a bigger jar.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's just the middle section right there. And then like you got the bottom section right here, and you got the top right here. So it's a bigger jar. And you can theoretically make this as big as many sections as you have. Each section only takes about 2 hours to print, 2.5 hours.
2.5 hours? That's not bad.
Not bad at all, yeah. So I used to have a bunch. I finally just started throwing them away because I was just like, I have too many of these.
Here's another thing you can for sure make. My brother actually has a 3D printer, but he barely uses it. Bro,
let me send you the STL files. Let me draw up something and send you some STL files. All you gotta do is plug that bitch. I will set it to the point where like all you gotta do is tell me what the type of printer it is.
Yeah.
And I will set it up. So all you gotta do is plug in USB and hit print. So I definitely do that for
you. He printed once a dino dick.
Oh wow.
Yeah, literally, he printed out a dino dick and then showed it to our cousin and shit. And freaking, she's like, my was like, hold on, I'm gonna take this to work. Next thing you know, the next day we see her, and she's like, yeah, one of my coworkers wants one too. And literally, he printed a dino dig for her coworker and shit. And I'm
Oh,
like,
that's wild.
what? So
Wait, does she like want to use it, or does she just want to have it?
she just wanted to have it. I hope she just wanted to have
Oh,
it.
okay.
I just hope she wanted to have it. I mean, you could literally
'Cause I was
use
thinking like,
that.
this is pretty hard. That would kind of hurt.
Right. I mean, if you smooth it out and shit, maybe something like that, you know what I'm saying? Sandpaper that shit. I
Oh,
don't fucking know.
see, that's where my engineering brain was going again, because I'm just like, you gotta put some rubber grommet around, to make it a little bit flexible, and
Mm-hmm.
then that would do it. You definitely 3D print a dildo.
Shit. Say less for all the
3D
girls in the
printing.
background and shit. Like, shit. Like, this guy get printed
Yeah,
3D.
facts. If there's any females watching, you want a custom dildo, hit Mad D up. I got you.
Right, you want 2 inch, 3 inch, 10 inch, you fucking name it. He got all them inches.
Hey man, I
uh,
can 3D scan my own dick and 3D print that. If I
oh
wanted.
shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Yeah, let's start comparing sizes. Okay. Fucking let's start doing that shit.
Let's I'll call them Mad D's. That's
Man,
what you're
these
buying, whatever it is.
nuts. Man, these nuts.
Just Mad D's.
That's fucking wild though.
I need to go 3D print. I just use the ones that work.
But yeah, how's the love life, my friend? How's the love life?
I mean, like, I've been hanging out with my ex again. Um, we've known each other for like 4 years, so
That's a long time.
it is a long time, yeah. And it's to the point where, like, man, dude, I want to fucking marry her. She's come so far. We both come so far together. We've grown together, and like, I've never felt a connection with anybody like this. She's just there for me. She's understanding for everything that I'll go through. Like, I've told her shit I've literally never even told a therapist for, and she was right there, just for me. And we're so different. That's the thing. Like, we're complete opposites. I'm real technical. I'm
Mm-hmm.
a thinker. Like, I a lot of times I'm kind of blunt, and like, I don't think how what I say is gonna affect other people's emotions. And I just say it to them.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Whereas like,
Yeah.
she's super compassionate, man. Like, super sympathetic. Like, she understands people's emotions. She understands what people are feeling. She understands what I'm feeling before I even know it. A lot of times. So like, she's really become a ride or die, man. So I like where I'm at right now. That's all I gotta say.
That's good. That's good. Hey, if you're happy that and you're both doing good, that's all that matters, bro. Freaking, if you're
Yeah,
both
man.
happy and shit, that's all that matters and shit. So if you ever came out knocking on the door like, I can tell you're fucking hard and ready to fuck.
I mean, like, the thing is, like, I still catch her off guard when I'm hard. It's like, I get hard by anything. Like, she'll say a big word. She'll say a big word. I'm like, babe, I'm working the chub right now. Damn, you gotta chill out with that. She'll say like promiscuous or something like that, like a 3-syllable minimum word.
What the
And like
fuck?
me, I like hearing big words. I like hearing, and like, her vocabulary has grown with me these last 4 years. Every time she uses a big word, I'm just like, girl, stop.
Got me tripping over here. Got me tripping with the fucking
Yeah.
vocabulary words. Ah, shit. I can't even imagine. Holy shit. By getting hard just like that, dude. Like, it's like, I don't know. I don't know. Everything right now just fucking. I mean, so let me tell you what. I don't know if you were by chance race religious, whatever, and shit like that.
I was.
And so, and so like for because my parents were like, they divorced and shit since I was like 2 years old, 3 years old. So I was like fucking still a baby and shit. But they all picked their own side of religion and shit, and then getting pulled by both of them freaking just like confused the shit out of me because lately, even myself after being like raised like in a religious family and shit, everything that I was taught that was, bad or saw bad or whatever shit, I liked. Like I liked a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Freaking
Oh, I mean,
69.
that's what almost
Freaking
like the core is, at the core of most religions, like fighting against your urges,
yeah.
finding meaning in suffering, and mental discipline.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it is. Take that for any religion.
Right. And it's like, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm seeing things so much differently now than it's fucking wild and shit, you know what I'm saying? Freaking
Yep.
freaking VR chat got me fucking acting all wild and shit and whatnot because I'll go in there, you know what I'm saying? Like, who wants to fuck me in the ass tonight? Just being all fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like right, like, fucking. Even though I do say that in general, like I'll go up to my brothers and shit, like to our friends, they're like, "Who wants to fuck me in the ass?" They're like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "Just kidding, bro. Just kidding." Like, you know.
Yeah, man. I haven't been on freaking VR chat in a fucking minute, dude. It's probably been
Yo.
like I'd probably play like maybe like a couple hours. I
Yeah.
just hopped up there, a few people, but like I used to play. I got like over fucking like 600 hours in the game, so I love that game. I will play it. I loved it in the sense.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get burnt out of it. You get burnt out of it, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
At least I personally, I get burnt out of it after like playing for like 2-3 weeks straight, like every day. I'm just like, I need a break. I don't touch it for like a month or two.
Right.
But
Yeah.
it was fun to get back in, meet new people, and like it's super fun when you actually have people to hang out with, you know. And you can just get online and be like, oh, my friends are online. Let me go say hey to them in a private world or
Right.
Friends Plus world or something.
Yeah. And it's like what I like about VR chat, you get to meet more people and shit because the more people you meet, everyone has their own personal
Yeah,
likes.
everybody thinks differently.
Yeah,
So
and everyone thinks differently, and that's what I like about it and shit. Because you meet so many people, and I will say this: I have met my fair share of people that did not like my, I would say, my style of comedy and shit. They don't like. They just don't get the vibe. They don't get the same vibes as I do. For me, they seem a little bit more strict, or they seem a little bit more can't handle a joke, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, no doubt, no doubt.
and it's like I meet people like that, and it's like, dude, you're no fun. I'm out. And then
Facts, like literally, like I'm sorry, but if you're one of those people who like just takes everything personally, cannot take a joke, it's just like first off, fucking calm down. Like, it's
right,
not
yeah,
that deep. It's not just trying to have some fun out here.
yeah,
And second off, like tell me in the history of the world how many people have died from somebody talking shit. I don't mean like killed themselves or like went out and was killed by somebody or something like that. I mean like has anybody in the history of the world ever been called an asshole? And because they were called an asshole, like those words coming out of their
yeah.
mouths killed them. No,
No,
you can't. Like what happened to Sticks and Stones, Break Bones? The words will never hurt. What happened to that shit?
I don't know. People were raised right now are being raised or were born soft and shit. I won't say born soft. They were raised soft. My bad. That's what I'm trying to say.
Sheltered, yeah.
They're
Coddled.
sheltered, raised soft and shit. And they're like, don't take in this and that, or whatever. It's like, no, man, you gotta live life to the fullest. You know what I'm saying? You're here to
And
have
like the thing
fun.
is, like, this isn't my original thought. I will cite my source. This is from good old Jordan Peterson. Um, in order to like actually be somebody with an identity, you have to say what you believe in, and no matter what you believe in, it's gonna be like to somebody. It
Yeah,
just will. You're gonna offend somebody. No matter.
yeah,
So like you literally cannot be somebody in this world without. You can't because if you just go everything, then you stand for nothing. You know, if you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything, and then you're just a leaf blowing around in the wind.
yeah, exactly.
There are a lot of leaves blowing around in the wind right now. Shout out to TikTok. They help do that.
Yeah, freaking Jesus Christ. I mean, fucking, I'll be on that shit almost like every day and shit because I'll be posting my content on TikTok and shit. And freaking,
Yeah.
I'll scroll down a couple and some and see some that I'm just like, look at them. I'll see some that like I'll see like that looks really like cold hearted or whatever shit, but it doesn't
Mm-hmm.
affect me at all. And I'm just like, I'm gonna see what the comments are, and I see the comments and shit, and just these comments and shit. People getting so fucking just like over their heads, and I'm like, dude, like I'm like, and I was just like,
It's like calm the fuck down.
it's like, yeah, calm the fuck down. It's a joke. Relax, or it's just I don't know. People overthink what they see, and it's like, why? And it's a I don't get it. It's like don't make it, don't overreact something that shouldn't be overreacted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what
No, you're just stressing yourself out at that point. And the thing is, like, this idea that somebody triggered you, that would mean you're not in control of your emotions. So, like, you are either severely mentally ill, or you're just choosing not control your emotions like a small child and
yeah,
just throw a tantrum. So, like, Like fuck, dude. And TikTok is become like a. I like TikTok as a medium in the sense that like it's a nice place to watch 20 to 30 second long videos, however long they are.
Yeah.
Um, because like I'm not always gonna watch like a fucking like 5 to 10 minute, 20-minute YouTube video. Sometimes I just want to watch some short shits.
Yeah.
So like it's genius in that sense, but it's like a mental illness factory up there in the sense that like people glorify their mental illnesses up there. They like try to claim mental illnesses that like first off like for anybody suffering against mental illness, I'm not trying to. What I'm saying is it's first off it's not something that's good. Anybody who's been mentally ill like will tell you it sucks.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why people started thinking it was cool. And then like you can overcome it. It might not be today or tomorrow that you do, but like you can overcome it. And like the biggest thing I will say about like beating depression or beating the anxiety, beating bipolar, whatever you got, is you got to beat it before it comes on with self care. In the sense that like I am bipolar too.
Yeah.
I have type 2 bipolar. So like I it took me about 2 3 years to really find medications that work for me. And then I realized that like, oh wait, these taking these pills like don't really work for me because like I forget to take them all the time.
Yeah.
So I get a once a month injection. And like it's an intramuscular injection. Don't get me wrong, like, but for that month, I'm good. I don't take any medication. And it has literally changed my life. And in the sense that also this is big for people with that also have bipolar. It becoming incredibly common nowadays. And people that just suffer from depression or just are stressed out in general. Sleep is the biggest factor. You got to get enough sleep. If you're not getting enough sleep, you're losing that battle every day. As soon as you start getting some sleep, because sleep is one, it restores like a lot of brain toxins that built up. And two, it gets you in a routine. And if you know what's coming, because in a routine, like for example, like cats are animals of routine. They're animals of, like they put trackers on cats before they live inside and out.
Yeah.
And they've watched them go the same trails every single day. Just the same path at the same times because they're the creatures of habit. Almost everything on this planet. Why are humans any different? If we get ourselves in a somewhat like routine that we can trust, then life becomes so much less stressful. You know what's coming. You know, you're not overusing your energy. You know how much energy you like, and like that's the thing that a lot of people don't like to do. Like when you're young, you like to party, you like to live spontaneously.
Yeah.
I did that for years until I realized that like partying all the fucking time was just depressing. Like getting drunk, like getting blackout drunk, and fucking some random girl, and like all this shit that like it was fun in the moment, but you can't do it forever.
Right. Yeah.
It's like doing it's because if you do it forever, you're either gonna fucking die or you're gonna kill yourself.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's one of the two.
Yeah.
So, and like I don't mean like you can't drink like for the rest of your life. You can't smoke weed or nothing. Like you just you don't have to party. Like partying is completely different. Partying you can do like here and there. You know, like like a good medium for like 20 to 30-year-olds is like once every week and a half to 2 weeks. You can really go out. When you're partying every single day, then like I feel like once again I've been there because very recently on VR chat, like from January to like middle of February, VR chat drinking every single day, and then I was just like, maybe I don't like where I am in life. I should probably change that.
Yeah.
You know, so but like for those people out there that also think you're young, I will say go live it up on because you will get tired of it. So
Yeah. I mean, I didn't get to party or anything at all, but ever since I got my house and shit, I freaking I would always get fucking fucked up drunk almost every once a week on VR chat or whatever shit. Or just in general on the weekends, I just get so fucking fucked up drunk and shit. I'm like,
oh, don't get me wrong, I'm getting fucked up all the time, but there's a
right.
difference between that and partying. Partying, you're going out and like spending money and doing reckless shit, and you're involving other people. And that's what I like about VR chat. Like I can get as drunk as fuck as I want on VR chat, and then just go.
Yeah,
it is very nice.
Just passed out fucking full body naked and shit, butt naked and shit. Like,
oh yeah, bro. I don't got full body, but I'll pass out naked. Like,
but no, freaking no. Yeah, I mean, I never really partied. I guess there you go. I never really partied and shit.
I don't know.
But
I was a big partier back in the day, so that's why I got tired first. So, like, if you like a lot of people, there are a lot of people that staying life, and to those people, kudos to you. More power to you. Personally, I can't do that. So like, I had to take it out of my life for the most part. I was sorry here and there, but like,
Yeah.
if you can handle that, more power to you. It's like, I'm jealous. I wish I could handle it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, each to their own. But hey, at least if you are at least working on it, I mean, hey, that's still something. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're still, at least trying to work on it and everything and shit. Hey, that's something. Instead of just letting.
The thing is, like, everybody's journey is different. So.
Yeah. Yeah, it's almost like an addiction, if you will, kind of per se.
That is what it is. It's 100% an addiction.
Yeah. So.
I would know about that very well. I have plenty of addictions.
I have addictions too, and definitely it's not porn. That's for sure. It's definitely not porn. I will say that. I mean, it might be.
Yeah, just throw that on the list.
Yeah, just throwing it out there for all those people to listen to and shit. People are just questioning, why the fuck am I listening to this motherfucker and shit? If I knew where I'm getting myself
I'm addicted to Discord.
Yo, I've freaking seen that shit, dude.
I'm always up here, bro. I fucking love Discord. I'm addicted as hell.
Hey, this fucking, it is what it is, man. But anyways, yeah, I guess we're gonna, end it here and shit. We have a good long run and shit. But before I let you go and shit, please plug in, promote everything once again.
Yeah, for sure. You can hit me up on Twitch, Mad_DT. That's where you'll see all my live streams. I do have some reruns up there if you want to check them out. Just see if that's something that you'd even like to listen to. And if it is, come say hey. If it isn't, I'm sure I hope that I showed you that I am a talk. So
Right.
let's have some fun in my Twitch, or you can.
Yeah, listen to some EDM and shit, and he'll suck your fucking dick, alright, guys? I'm just letting you know. I mean, he didn't say that, but listen, I'm gonna put it out there, you know what I'm saying? That's why he's secretly asking. If you come over and listen to some EDM, he'll suck your dick personally and shit, you know what I'm saying? He'll fly 3 hours, 4 hours away and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Fucking, you know what they say? 20 is a 20, you know what I'm saying? Fuck. Anything for that $20.
Yeah, $20, man.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Put it out there and shit. But anyways, UltraMadTaco on all social media platforms, and also don't forget to hit that subscribe button on the Between the Tacos family and shit. And also the links will be right in the description. So go check that out. And this way, guys, thank you for watching. Adios. Peace out.
Get easy.
Ice in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la, la 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 la, oh, 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 then I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la.